It's Hey Coach with Tim Simpson, Rashard Collins, and Jamal Mondane. Three coaches and friends talk about sports, life, and everything in between.
Everybody, we're back. We're back in action. This is the Hey Coach podcast. I'm Coach Tim Simpson. Alongside me right now is my main man, Jamal Mondane. We are minus right now. Rashard, he's at work, but he will be joining us later on the show. So therefore, I will have my disclosure ready and ready to go for sure. With him showing up late, he's gonna come in all kinds of
guns blazing
in a fury. So
he's coming in guns blazing, just like we like.
So, yeah, he come in Wild West, baby. We just gonna do the Wild West with that dude. But hey, I can't wait for him to get on the show. But hey, in the meantime, we got day going on here right now. Exciting going
on. Nothing, man. Just enjoying season 2. We back, so got a lot of content. So it's fun with that. On a personal side, everything's good, man. Just, living. Ready for a vacation here in a few weeks. So if you know anything about me,
where you going?
I keep the travel bug on me. Next week will be in Tennessee. We'll go to Atlanta and then Tennessee for a weekend. It's just a weekend thing, some people we know. And then the big trip is Hawaii, California and Hawaii.
Ooh, yes. Yes, I like I like that. Yeah. I hear you on that now. That's what's up. I just got back from DC, went to a family reunion. It was great, man, because there's a lot of people I hadn't seen in a long time. There's a lot of people I'd never seen before. And it was a great feeling to connect with family like that. So I'm definitely looking forward because next year, this time I'll be in your neck of woods in Chicago. That's where our family is going to be in Chicago next year. So I'm looking forward to it. This one was a blast. So I can only imagine what we're going to do when we get to Chicago. So it's cool.
That's cool.
I loved it. Yeah. So
I think it's cool. See what. I was gonna say, I think it's cool. I think it's cool that y'all family reunions, y'all go to different places every year. Like we had a family reunion every year, and it's in Chicago, which is dope. I'm looking forward to that too. But it's cool that y'all move around and explore different cities. But yeah, like I told you offline, just all you got to do if any of y'all going to the crib, just tell me what you're trying to do, and I'll tell you where it's at. So.
Yeah, like I said, I love the way they do it because. Our family originates from Fort Smith, Arkansas. So it's good to go down there and everything. But what they decided to do is each we got family all over this country, man. And so what we do is they come up, they have a committee and everything, and they decide, okay, where we want to do it next. They've had it in, like I said, Fort Smith. They've had it in Wichita. Because we got a lot of family there. I don't remember if they've done it in California yet. I think they have done it in California. Like I said, just went to DC and we're gonna be going to Chicago. So, like I said, I love it because I've visited a lot of states. I think I've been to 48 states within the United States, but nothing like this. So I like it because it's cool. They plan events, with tours on downtown. So I loved it. I actually really loved it. You know what I'm saying? So it was really cool. So
I need to knock DC off the list. Me and my wife was just talking the other night, naming the states we've been to. So I ain't been to DC.
Oh yeah,
I gotta get there.
It's cool. It's really cool. I would suggest staying in Virginia, which is basically right across the water from there, because we stayed at the Marriott, and all we did was we just hopped on the metro, and the metro's cool. But we hopped on the metro, 2 stops, you're in DC.
Cool. Yeah, that sounds like a plan.
So you're good. Definitely, if you do that, download the Metro Map app, and you can it'll tell you all your stops, all the different things you can see, and this and that. Like I said, it's cool. All right, let's get on with the show. Now I see you rocking the White Sox hat. I thought about wearing my Red Sox stuff, but I decided to go with the vintage.
It would have been the wrong color socks anyway.
No. They've been perfect. But I decided to rock my vintage Allen Iverson Denver Nuggets jersey.
I like it.
I also got the AIs on too. I got what I call the wets because they were a special edition, with the little raindrops on them. You know what I'm saying?
Like
raindrops keep falling on my head. Anyways, but I see you rocking the White Sox hat, and that's going to lead me right into our first segment of the show, Home Run Derby time, baby.
Yeah, All-Star
It is Home Run All-Star weekend coming up. It's Home Run Derby coming up right now. Jay, why don't you tell our listeners what we have coming up as far as the Home Run Derby?
Yeah, so the Midsummer Classic, the Home Run Derby, the All-Star game, they do it a little different than the NBA. They actually do MLB All-Star Week. They don't do it on a weekend. They do Monday and Tuesday. So the Home Run Derby will be on Monday, July 19th or the 18th, I think that is. And then Tuesday, the actual game is on the 19th. So for the Home Run Derby, this year they only have 5 participants. You get Pete Alonso from the Mets, from the New York Mets. You get Albert Pujols, kind of a celebratory, last hurrah entry into the Home Run Derby for St. Louis. He's going to do it one more time before he retires. You get Kyle Schwarber from the Phillies. You get Ron Acuna Jr. from the Braves, and then you get Juan Soto from the Nationals. 5 participants. We'll talk about who we got and what we think they're going to do. History can be made in the Home Run Derby. If you're not really into watching baseball, but you're into history and sports, this would be a good Home Run Derby to watch. If Pete Alonso wins the Home Run Derby, it'll be his 3rd time winning the Home Run Derby. He'll be tied for all-time 3 Home Run Derby championships with the one and only Ken Griffey Jr. with the kid. So it's going to be pretty exciting to watch for you gamblers out there, for you people that like history. Pete Alonso is going for number 3. I like the Home Run Derby personally because Major League Baseball doesn't really interact with fans from an individual standpoint. They usually do it as a league. So I like how they do the All-Star game for Major League Baseball because the players usually interact with the fans, kind of like NBA. So Pete Alonso is on Twitter. He's talking about, my people asked for it. Here it is. They put a little video up. So he's going to try to tie that record to Ken Griffey. So it's pretty cool. So it'll be fun to watch, man. I want to see if he'll make history or not. So that's what we got for Major League Baseball.
Yeah, that's definitely gonna be fun. Yo, Disco, what's up, baby? How you doing? Definitely a loyal follower and listener. Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you. You need to get on the phone. Tell Rashard he need to hurry up and get back to the crib so he can get on. Anyways, but no, I'm also glad that we were able to talk about that section. That segment right there without Rashard, because as soon as you said something about Ken Griffey, of course he's gonna start talking about Seattle. So I'm glad we were able to get this out of the way before you got here.
I was gonna wear my Ken Griffey jersey. I was debating. Should I put Griffey on? Nah, let me stick to the White Sox. But I do got a Griffey for sure. We grew up in our house. We love Ken Griffey, man.
Oh man, Ken Griffey, I loved him. He was awesome. I thought he's a great player. And from all intents and purposes, a really great guy. So so that's gonna be pretty cool. That's gonna be pretty cool to see if he does pull that off. So I'm gonna ask you this question: who are you taking as a winner?
So even though I hyped up, Pete Alonso, the opportunity to make history, I'm actually picking Kyle Schwarber to win it.
Okay.
So Kyle Schwarber's been on fire. For those of you who don't follow baseball, that's fine. I'm kind of a sports junkie, so I follow it all. I mean, I was watching Wimbledon last weekend, and
I watched that too. Yeah,
and we were at a party at a friend's house, a pool party for 4th of July, and I'm in the basement, like, trying to see what match is going on. But that's me. But
yeah,
I picked Kyle Schwarber because he's probably the hottest batter coming into the Home Run Derby. He got National League Player of the Month last month, hit 12 home runs in June. Hit back-to-back games. He had 2 home runs in back-to-back games a couple weeks ago. It was the first time a Phillies player did it. since I don't even remember what the stat was, but it was crazy. He's been on a hot streak. Took over the National League batting or the home run lead. He had 28 right now, or as of this morning, he's at 28. So Kyle Schwarber, I think he's gonna bring the hot bat to the home run derby. So my pick, if I had to pick, I would say Kyle Schwarber. The thing about the home run derby is stamina, though. A lot of people don't understand. Like, you got to be able to. It take a lot of energy to hit those home runs, and you got to keep going round after round. So
yeah,
I think he's got the stamina along with Pete Alonso. But my pick I'm gonna go with the hot hand.
All right, I got you. Hey, you bring up a great point, and I'm gonna say this before I get my pick. It does take a lot of stamina. I mean, people look at that and it's like, oh man, he just crushed that ball. It's so easy. No, it's not that easy to hit a home run. You know what I'm saying? Because and then I mean, in a game it's one thing, but you're talking about in a derby where you're just getting pitch after pitch. You know what I'm saying?
The power it take to hit the ball, because you hit a home run, you get to sit in the dugout.
Right.
In a real game.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you get a chance to get some water, you know what I'm saying? If you want to get your sunflower seeds, if you want to ask the vendor to bring you a hot dog, or, you know, whatever. If you want to call the wife, check on the kids, you know what I'm saying? Whatever you want to do, you get that break. You know what I'm saying? And even if they get it out the next time, you know, depending on what position you're playing, you're out there standing until something happens. So you get a break. There's not much of a break in the home run derby. So I've always have given props to the guys that are in the home run derby. Because I know that takes a lot. Now, I'm honestly, I can't argue with your pick. Kyle he's been on fire, like you said. So I'm not going to argue with that pick. I'm going to go right along with that. I think it would be cool. You know that if it was Lonzo, right? Lonzo has the opportunity. Pete Alonso, okay. I think that would be cool. I also would think for a good closing storyline if Pujols was able to win it. But I'm going with practicality here. You know what I'm saying? What it's saying. I honestly think he's gonna take it. But I am looking forward to seeing what actually happens. So because it's my first time not having a game on the weekend, so I'll actually be able to enjoy this. Go ahead.
Now the MLB, whoever's watching this, if y'all are fans of MLB or somebody from the MLB is watching the show, don't mess the derby up. All right. What I mean by that is when they do the matchups, when they go head to head, do not put Kyle Schwarber with Pete Alonso in the first round. Okay.
Yes.
Let them meet up in the final, please. Like, don't mess it up. Everybody want to see Pete Alonso and Kyle Schwarber. Of course, everybody want to tip their hat. Everybody want to tip their hat to Pujols, but don't. We all know what we came to see. Don't mess it up.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? Put them across each other in the first round. Yeah, I want to see them in the final, head to head, and see who got it. Yeah,
so if there's anybody from MLB watching, if there's anybody that knows anybody in the MLB, if everybody that works in the concession stand for one of the parks, pass that message along. Yeah, because you're right, man. I don't want to sit there and all of a sudden you see them matched up in the first round. You're like, come on, really? So yeah, I think that'd be great, especially if they're the ones that close this thing out. So
hopefully
I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'm definitely looking forward to it. All right, let's move it along. Let's get into something I'm other than basketball, and a little bit of baseball that I'm really excited to be going on right about now, and that is NFL preseason in 22 days, baby. Deuce, baby. We about to be up in here. Football is about to be back up in here, man. I'm excited because of a lot of different storylines that are going on that have already taken place within the NFL. Checking out some of these rookies. More importantly, checking out some of these second-year quarterbacks and even the third-year quarterbacks that are coming in. But my question to you right now is, who do we think is the favorite to win the Super Bowl this season? Do we think the Rams can repeat, or is it going to be somebody else?
The favorite to win. Man, that's a good question. We talked about it. A while back, like after they won the Super Bowl. I'm gonna go with the Rams. I don't think anybody made any moves in the offseason to say that the Rams can't win again. Like they're bringing everybody back. they lost Von Miller. I mean, they lost an older Von Miller to Buffalo, but I don't think that's going to move the needle with them too much. Russell Wilson leaving their division helps them.
Yeah.
Against Seattle. Nobody knows what's up in the air with the 49ers, with Jimmy G. So I think they got the best. I think they got the best chance to go back. I know how hard it is to repeat in the NFL, but if I'm taking a chance on who I think has the best chance to win it, I gotta go with the Rams again.
Yeah, I agree with that. Because when I look at a lot of these other teams, your point, was a great point. No one really made major moves that would suggest that they're going to be put in that situation to be able to beat them. Now, of course, we all know this is why we play the game, because we don't know what really going to happen until the games are played. But if we're looking at it on paper, if we're looking at it as far as off-season moves and stuff like that, drafts and stuff like draft picks and stuff like that, right now the Rams are still, in my opinion, the favorite to win. So, I mean, we'll see what happens with that. Now, we're going to shift and say, okay, just move the Rams out of the way. Who could be the NFL team that could surprise us and everybody else and be that team that could go all the way and eventually either beat the Rams or just overall win the Super Bowl?
Oh, the Buffalo Bills, no question. It's Buffalo.
Yes, sir.
For me, it's Buffalo.
Yeah.
They are basically building their team to beat the Kansas City Chiefs. So it's like a basketball analogy. For our younger viewers, you probably saw The Last Dance. So you got the backstory of all that, like how the Pistons were for the Bulls. Like the Bulls were they literally were building their team to beat the Pistons to win a championship. They knew they had to get through them to win. The Buffalo Bills are taking the exact same approach. Like they know in order for them to win a Super Bowl, they have to get through Kansas City. And I feel like the last couple years of getting beat, trying to climb that mountain, and with what Kansas City lost and what Buffalo has gained and re-signing Stephon Diggs and getting Von Miller and shoring up the tight end room, like if they can stay healthy, I don't see any reason that they probably can go undefeated in their division, honestly. Like I don't think they'll have a problem in the AFC East at all. So they'll probably, their goal is to get home field advantage throughout the playoffs. They want an AFC championship game played in their stadium so they can go to the Super Bowl. So if I had to pick a team, it would be Buffalo. I would say Buffalo would be the team that could get to a Super Bowl and win it if healthy.
Yeah, I agree. And let's not forget. I mean, they been pretty close last season.
Yes.
You got that overtime where Josh Allen doesn't get the chance to get the ball back. Kansas City walks off and wins it. So
very similar to what the Chiefs had to deal with the Patriots, right?
Right, exactly.
In overtime, they lost in Kansas City, and then next year they come back and they know what to do in those situations. Mahomes gets the ball, so that's what I'm saying, man. I think Buffalo, it just feels like something's building up for Buffalo to get to a Super Bowl. So I would go with them.
It's funny how that works, because I remember the Chiefs, how they complained so much about that, with the whole Patriots thing. And then all of a sudden the following year it works out to your favor. Oh, I didn't hear a whisper or nothing
of course not
out of them after that. In case yes, they do.
Absolutely. No,
they definitely
they're in the best division in football. So that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
The AFC East, I won't say it's the worst division in the AFC, but it arguably is. The AFC South is probably the worst. But the West, where the Chiefs are at, the Chiefs are in the best division, the most competitive division. And it's because, like we were talking about, everybody is building their team to beat them. And especially in a division, the way football works is if you win your division, you automatically get a home playoff game. So what GMs and what franchises do, they're building their teams to beat the teams in their conference. So
right,
cause and effect. You got a Patrick Mahomes. So what are the Raiders going to do? What are the Broncos going to do? They're going to get defensive ends. They're going to get people to stop their offense in order to win. So, and then you add Russell Wilson in there in Denver. And then the Chargers, I think they're going to come back ready to play, and Khalil Mack. So they're in the toughest division in football. So it's going to be hard for the Chiefs to even get out of that. And
yeah,
I just feel like something's building up in Buffalo, man, with what they got going on and how these players are coming together. Like they tired of getting beat. They're tired of getting beat, man. So if they can stay healthy, I wouldn't be surprised, man, if they make it to a Super Bowl.
Yeah, I'm not surprised either. I wouldn't be surprised either. Hopefully they don't succumb to Buffalo past history.
Buffalo Billery.
Yeah, the Buffalo fumblers. I mean, however you want to call them. But yeah, I think the way they've done it, and I think Josh Allen. I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong. When I say this, to me, it sometimes feels like, especially when they talk about all these quarterbacks, Josh Allen is not getting as much respect as he probably should get. I think he's a tremendous quarterback. His size alone, what he can do, he's got a great arm, and the guy he's a great. Just from watching him, he seems like he's a great leader and field general out there. So I sometimes I just feel like, as they talking, and then some people are like, oh, but what about Josh Allen? Oh, I forgot. How you forget about that dude? I mean, seriously. I mean, do you feel the same way?
Yeah, but it's normal in sport. If you don't win, or if you don't have any individual accolades, then you'll be overlooked. The reason Lamar Jackson gets a pass is because he won a league MVP, right? If he had never won a league MVP, losing he hasn't Josh Allen's won more playoff games than Lamar Jackson. He's been further in the playoffs than Lamar Jackson. His playoff record is better, but Lamar Jackson gets the pass because he has the league MVP, right?
Right.
So Josh Allen doesn't have any of those individual accolades. I don't know if he was first team All-Pro last year. He's got to get some All-Pros under his belt. MVP. He's got some MVP consideration, but he hadn't won it. So that's how it is in every sport, and that's how it is for every individual. The reason why you don't hear that about Mahomes is because he has so much success so fast. So he gets a pass. People don't like to say it. It's kind of an unspoken thing for you guys that's watching. If you win a championship or an MVP, you get about a 5 to 7 year window where you're good. It doesn't matter. If you're a coach, Andy Reid won a Super Bowl, he's got probably 5, 6 more years or after that Super Bowl where it's he won a Super Bowl. It's recent enough where people won't start whispering or having questions. Same thing with Mahomes. He's won one. So it's all right, he good until he get closer to 30. And it's all right, he ain't won in a while. Same thing with Aaron Rodgers. We was good with Aaron Rodgers for 10 years.
Right.
He won that one. If you look at his playoff record after he won the Super Bowl, it's not good at all.
It's really not.
It's not that great. I can name some lesser quarterbacks who have better records than him in the playoffs since he won that Super Bowl. But because he won one, it's so that's what it is. It happens in every sport. Same in the NBA.
Yeah.
You win one, you're good for a few years. So now I'm not surprised by that at all. But I think they can put it all together this year. Now, if they win one, let's fast forward. If they win a Super Bowl, then all the pundits and everybody come out, oh, he's been so great. And then they'll go back to his college days and talk about how good he was. No, he's always been this good. He just didn't win. He didn't win a team sport championship for y'all to praise him, but he always been good. People that watch the sport and the people that are the people that's in the game know how good he is.
Yeah, and then it gets me even when you're talking like that. Even when the games he's lost in the playoffs, he's lost to good teams. You know what I'm saying? And not only that,
quarterbacks in overtime, game winners. It ain't like he getting blown out.
And not only that, he kept his team in position to win. Not they were getting blown out.
He's not getting out.
Yeah. So I mean, it's just circumstances that happens. Okay, hey, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna take a quick break, and we come back. We're gonna talk a little bit more football. Because I definitely got a nice little sizzling question for you, my man. I got a nice little sizzling question. So y'all stay tuned. We'll be back with more Hey Coach. Everybody, welcome back. You already know you're rocking and rolling with the Hey Coach. I am Coach Tim Simpson. Still rocking and rolling with my main man, Jamal Mondane. We're still waiting on Rashard Collins to join us. He might got caught up in traffic. You know, that Houston traffic is a killer.
It's all good. We'll hold it down until you get here. It's all good.
We're definitely holding it down. We're definitely holding it down. So just a quick recap. We talked about the home run derby that's coming up this weekend. We talked about that. The guys that are participating in that, and we jumped over and we talked about the NFL. Preseason starts in 22 days. Ooh, I'm so excited. We talked about who we think who's the favorite to win the Super Bowl. We also talked about who we think could surprise everybody and may win the Super Bowl this season as well. But now I got a question for you, my man. I've got a question for you.
What you got?
Which NFL quarterback is under the most pressure this season?
Ooh. Quarterback under the most pressure this season. Man, it's got to be Aaron Rodgers, right?
I would say so.
It's got to be Aaron Rodgers. I guess I segued into this, right? We talked about the one Super Bowl that he won back in 2010.
Mm-hmm.
It's 2022, for those of y'all who don't know the year. And he's been regarded as the best or the most talented, however y'all want to slice it, quarterback in football. And this ain't shade coming from a Bears fan. I respect the hell out of Aaron Rodgers, just like I did Brett Favre growing up. I respect game. However, you can respect game and also critique game. And that's where I'm at with it. If he's great, we're going to hold him to a great standard, right? Mm-hmm. And if you're in the league with, and you came up with an Eli Manning, Ben Roethlisberger, Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, and you only got one ring out of it. I mean, all these years of great football that you played, he's in year 18. Everybody. Just in case y'all was wondering how long he's been playing. He's been playing since 2005. Okay.
Yeah.
And all right, let's say the first 2 years, 3 years, he didn't play because Favre was there. We give him the mulligan. It's still 15 years. All right. Mm-hmm. He's been to one Super Bowl, or did he go to two? No, he's been to one Super Bowl. He beat Big Ben. He beat Big Ben in 2010. He's been to one Super Bowl and won one, and that's it. Like Ben's been to 3, won 2. Eli's been to 2, won 2.
Yeah.
Brady's been to 1 million, won 999,999. Like, you know what I'm saying? Mahomes has been to 2, won 1. Like,
right.
Russell Wilson's been to 2, won 1. Matt Stafford finally got it. As soon as he changed to another team, left our division, got him 1. So, like, come on, man. I mean, if you're the guy, everybody says you are. We got to see something. A Super Bowl appearance, at least.
Yeah, at least something.
You can't be losing home playoff games, man. Like
no.
To now Disco teams, so I would say the most pressure is on him. He loses Devontae Adams, sure, but he's supposed to be the guy. And you gotta at least get to a Super Bowl.
Now, before I say my guy, Disco had this one. He says Lamar Jackson. What do you think about that?
I don't think Lamar is under a lot of pressure, that much pressure. I think Lamar he's going to get his contract, and he's been hurt. I think this is a year where he just has to prove to himself that he can play at a high level. Pressure, I don't think he's under that much pressure because of his age. I think, and he's not being talked about as the best quarterback in football. Like, the most pressure is Aaron Rodgers because he's talked about and regarded as arguably the best quarterback.
Yeah.
And with Lamar is being talked about as a good young quarterback, like one of the good young quarterbacks. So there's pressure on him to come back and prove and win some playoff games. But the most pressure is 12 up there in green.
Yeah, I agree with that. Now, what I would say about Lamar, though, to me, what he has to really prove that he can actually be a true passer as well. He's a great runner, but his accuracy is not great at all. He does have a strong arm, but I think his accuracy and his decision making when it comes to his passing, I think he really has to step, because if he can put both those two together, I think he becomes an elite quarterback.
Now if the question is who's the quarterback that has to take the next step, it's him 100%.
Oh yeah, 100% all day, every day.
He has to take the next step if they're going to win. If he's one dimensional, I mean, when I think of Lamar Jackson, I think of the playoff game where the Chargers had 7 DBs in the game. Do you remember that playoff game?
Yeah.
They had 7 DBs because they didn't believe in it, right? You got to take that next step, man. Like, you got to have defensive coordinators have to fear you, and he's got to take that next step. So there is pressure, but he doesn't have the most pressure.
No, I don't think so either. Now, I agree with you 100% with Aaron Rodgers. That was the one I was going to pick as well, but I'm gonna shift and I'm gonna throw out another name just because of some stuff that's been going on. Baker Mayfield. Now, the reason why I'm saying that is because everybody, of course, unless you're living under a rock, you know exactly what's been going on, in the media, what's going on, what happened with Cleveland bringing in Deshaun Watson and how Cleveland fell and Baker Mayfield fell in love with each other. It almost looked like they were going to still have him on the roster at the beginning of the season. You know what I'm saying? And then not knowing what's really going on with Deshaun Watson, now you're like, hey man, I know I told you. It's like you break up with a girl, you know what I'm saying? And you're sitting there and you guys are sitting on the couch together and you're like, hey, look, I know I just broke up with you and all, but you think I can borrow $20? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I ain't moved to my apartment yet. You mind if I sleep on the couch?
Yeah. Can I just go ahead and stay here a little bit longer? That almost seemed like that was what's going on with that situation. But he ended up getting moved. And he got moved to oh Lord Jesus, mine just went blank. Carolina. Now I'm gonna ask you this question.
Go ahead. I'll let you ask a question.
I want to ask you a question. Maybe my question is maybe going along with what you're about to say. Yeah, Disco. But maybe my question is going to go along with what you're about to say. But my question is this, because they have, who's the other quarterback there right now? It's Donald, Sam Darnold.
Yes. Fun fact for you guys: these two will be battling for the starting position for Week 1. And they were the number 1 and number 2 pick in the draft together.
Yeah, so that's where I was going along with that. That's what's funny to me is like how does that? I'm wondering. This is where we need Tony Starks right now. This is where we need Iron Man.
I don't know if that's ever happened in any sport this soon. Like, sure, later in your career you might get a number 1, number 2 pick that's older, but it's in like year 4.
Yeah.
And they're on the same team because it didn't work with the teams that drafted them, and they fighting for.
Okay, so
crazy.
My next question is, which one of those quarterbacks actually gives them a better chance to win? In your opinion, which one do you think actually gives a better chance to win?
Right now, I say Baker.
Okay.
Before this is a blind. Just the eye test from their previous teams.
Yes, right.
Baker's proven that he can win football games. He's won playoff games. So you have to give him the nod off GP because he's done it. Unfortunately, Sam Darnold played for the Jets, and we know what the Jets are. So he didn't really prove that he can win football games there. And Baker, even though as much as we joke about Baker and the progressive commercials, and he's got more progressive commercials and playoff wins, he has actually been to the playoffs, and he's actually won playoff games. He's won road playoff games.
I love those commercials though.
There's everybody do, man. It's gonna be crazy.
Especially the nacho one at Halloween. Yeah, I love that one.
They got so Progressive will have to do a new commercial with him moving out of his old house.
Yeah. That's gonna be a commercial I want to watch.
I'll take some marketing credits for that, by the way. But yeah, so you got to give the nod to Baker, right? Because he's proven that he can do it. But that's what training camp's for, right? And you got to have a feel for the team, and you got to have camaraderie, and you got to have chemistry with the offense to play. It's a different situation, different offense. Sam Darnold may thrive in the offense that they have in Carolina. Who knows? But just off for today, July 13th, you got to go with Baker.
Right, I hear you on that.
Because they play the Browns in week 1, so that'd be hilarious.
Yeah, and Disco, you're right. Baker he has some dog in him now. You know what I'm saying? I mean, not as much. He doesn't have.
He's no stranger to fighting for a spot. He had to do it at Oklahoma. Like, he's a walk on.
Yeah,
so, you got to give it to him.
And it's like you said, I just thought it was. I thought it was hilarious because that's where I was going with the whole number 1, number 2 pick.
Mm-hmm.
I just thought it was. I was like, man, because I thought about it and I was looking at it and I pulled up some of their stats. I was like, wait a minute, wait, there was number 1, number 2 quarterbacks in the same draft. Wait, what? And so I was like, wow, that's pretty crazy. That's pretty. Now speaking of, no, it does not happen very often. Now speaking of pretty crazy, Le'Veon Bell is not playing football this season.
No, Le'Veon Bell, he's not playing football, so he's taking football off. If y'all haven't heard,
tell more.
He's actually into boxing. He's been into boxing for years. When he took that year off of Pittsburgh, he got into boxing. It's just another way to stay in shape. A lot of cardio.
Yes.
A lot of athletes actually do boxing off season. Carmelo Anthony is known famously for doing it in off season. But he's taking it serious. So he's actually fighting Adrian Peterson at the end of this month, July 30th, in LA, I think. They're fighting in LA. And they have a boxing match. So he is going to transition to boxing full time this upcoming football season. So he won't be playing football. He's going to box. So we'll see how that goes. Hopefully it's not a Nate Robinson situation. And he's actually not.
I honestly forgot about that. I forgot about that. Oh my God.
Hopefully it ain't something like that. And he take it serious and he's been hit before, in pads, but so you got to be a little crazy in the head to play football. So, boxing is kind of the same way. So we'll see how it goes, but we'll see. I think he's gonna have to get a draw. He'll have to fight somebody that's worth it. He may run into one of those, one of the brothers that do those celebrity.
Oh,
fights.
Logan brothers.
Paul brothers. Yeah.
Paul. Yeah.
So he might have to run into one of them to make some serious money, but we'll see. But he's stepping away from football.
Yeah, and I could definitely speak on the whole boxing and training because when I was in the military, before I got ready to transition out, I actually joined a boxing gym that's there up there in Watertown, New York, and I was able to I had 12 amateur fights. I was 11-1. So the training is unbelievable. I'm looking to start something like that down here in Pittsburgh, Kansas, and open up a boxing gym because it's like I said, it's great cardio, it's a great workout. For some of these kids that are around here, it could be something that can get them into something positive, and that's what I loved about it. I loved it about it. So I'm interested to see what goes on with this because I'll be honest with you, and Le'Veon Bell, he's pretty solid dude, but Adrian Peterson is not a small guy.
He's not. He's like a legit 6'3", like 220, 215. Le'Veon tall too, though. But Adrian Peterson's solid. So we'll see. We'll see because you guys to understand. Boxing is not football. You know what I'm saying? And no one knows if these dudes could actually fight in the street fight beforehand. So, I don't know. It might be a bunch of it might be like a cat fight. I don't know. I don't know if there's gonna be a lot of it's a different type of stamina for sure. It ain't like running the ball. You get
it's not.
You run 2-3 yards, get tackled, and you get up and you got 40 seconds to huddle and make a play. Like trying to fight somebody for 3 minutes per round is a long time. Think of a bar fight. You ain't never seen a bar fight last 3 minutes. There's always 30, 40 seconds.
No.
and it's over. So
I know.
It's totally different. It's totally different when you boxing. You try to hold another man up and make your punches, and so it'll be interesting to see. I'm definitely watching.
Yeah. I'm hoping they all eat before the fight, so that we don't have a repeat of Tyson and Holyfield. I
saw that on Facebook the other day. It was like the anniversary for it. It was like the 25-year anniversary.
That's right.
Damn, I'm getting
that
old.
Is right.
The 25-year anniversary of him biting the ear off.
Adrian got the.
Hey, he do. Hey, he got that old man.
He ain't lying. Yo, I was talking to somebody. He probably would, but I was talking to somebody who actually met Adrian Peterson at one point in time, and he was like, "Dude," he said, "Dude is monstrous in person." Yeah. And he's like the guy is like 6'1", 6'2" himself, and he's like, when he shook my hand, it's like his hand came up to my forearm. I was like, "What?"
You big dude. You big dude.
Hey, so Adrian might need to either go to MMA or he might want to join WWE. I mean, he might have that opportunity to do that. I don't know. All right, so let's transition. Actually, before we go to the NBA, I want to talk about another story that was brought to my attention, and that is Condoleezza Rice.
Yes, Condoleezza Rice.
I hope I spelled that right. Anyways,
I think it's an A in there, but it's all good.
There's an A in the. Is there? I don't know.
I think it's an A in there. It's all good. Much respect.
No disrespect. Nothing like that.
Come watch the show if you want to correct us.
Yes. Yeah, I'm gonna take that off. I'm gonna take that off before she does see that, and I get some kind of hate mail. Anyways,
you good.
Jay, why don't you tell the people what's going on with this story?
So Condoleezza Rice, for those of y'all who don't know, she's actually really big into sports. When they started the college football playoff like 10 years ago now, she was actually a part of the selection committee. So like one of the founders or one of the people that was a part of the committee, like picking the teams that go into the college football playoff, the Final Four. So she's heavy into sports, specifically football. And over the years, she's obviously accumulated money. And with the Walton family buying the Denver Broncos, she's actually going to be a part of that ownership group. So making Condoleezza Rice, she's not the first minority to have ownership stake, because I believe the owner of the Jacksonville Jaguars is a minority as well. But being a Black woman in this country is a huge deal. Huge deal for Condoleezza Rice to be a part of that ownership group of an NFL franchise over years and years of a good boys club, and not allowing that to happen. And some doors are going to be opened up for it. And even the NFL has come out and said they are looking to move forward and bring in more minorities to become owners or have opportunities to own NFL franchises, whether it's a minority or majority ownership stake. And this is the first step in that direction. So congratulations to Condoleezza Rice, Denver Broncos, for giving her a chance. And obviously you got to have the funds, the money to get your foot in the door as a minority owner. But I think this opens the door for more business people, men and women of all colors, to, if they're interested in some business, they can, the NFL is trying to give them that opportunity. So shout out to Condoleezza Rice for getting on that band, getting on board with the Walton family, and she owns a football team, man. So congrats to her.
Yeah, that's pretty cool, man. I think that's pretty awesome. Like I was shocked when I heard about it. So I was like, man, that's actually pretty cool. Now the funny thing. Oh, wait a minute. Hey, look who's on the.
There he is. There he is.
There
he is.
What's up, baby boy?
Chilling.
You good?
Chilling.
There he is. What up, baby?
You look like you just got out of traffic. You have that I just got out of traffic look on my face.
12 hours and an hour drive. 12 hours of work and an hour drive. I should.
You need you some podcast punch, man. Go ahead and get you some podcast.
Really? Oh, shit. I don't think I didn't come in. Already ready. Because we ain't got no sponsors. No 40s can be shown on the.
That's why we call it podcast punch, baby.
We got to give Colt 45, man. We get Billy D. Williams to make a guest appearance.
They owe me. Mickey's owe me. OE owe me. Still reserved.
Hey, right.
All of them owe me.
Podcast punch.
Like that podcast punch. Yep.
Yeah. All
Hey,
right, man. Hey, Sean, we talking about Condoleezza Rice getting some ownership stake in the Broncos. She got minority ownership. Condoleezza Rice. She got minority. Yeah, she got minority ownership stake in the Broncos with the Walton family, with the Walmart family. So that's what he's talking about.
So I thought, wasn't Byron Allen trying to get into that race too?
He was.
Magic and somebody else was trying to do it too, right?
Yeah, they backed out for whatever reason.
Denver. I don't see the draw, but that's cool though.
They were for sale in the Waltons. I mean, their Walmart money come talking, you know.
Yeah,
that's cool.
Now she ended up getting in there with their ownership group. So,
but she did something else with the NFL in the past, though. What is she? She was on some type of committee. So this ain't no over. You know, she's been trying to do something with it.
She was doing the college football playoff. She was with the committee with them.
Football, okay. See? Not in the NFL.
Yeah. See, you know what time it is. Yeah.
Now the funny thing is, like I was telling Jay this off camera, but I have a kind of crazy funny story to go along with Condoleezza Rice. Rashard, do you remember? I think it was 2007. We were in Iraq. We were in Kirkuk, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, you remember when she came to visit Kirkuk?
And everything kind of shut down. You talking about one of those?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah. So at that time I was around the ADAC, which is the military airport over there. And I now I don't know the full story of everything that was going on. All I know is I had somebody call the phone, yelling out some code word. I don't remember what it was. They were like, they was like, shut it down. I'm like, whoa, what's going on? They were like, just shut it down. I'm like, okay, gotcha. But yeah, I mean, I did get an opportunity to meet her, and like she's a phenomenal person. Like, have you ever met somebody and you just start having a conversation with them, and you're like, dang, this person's really smart. you feel like, man, what is going? Do I even know what the conversation is right now? But I mean, she's really cool, a phenomenal person. In the brief time I got a chance to meet with her and talk to her, so it was pretty cool. But I wanted to see if I was hoping you get on here before we got to the subject, because I wanted to see if you remember that, man. Because that was a crazy day. So yeah, that's what we've been talking about with that.
That was some work at the ADAG, man. I did it once we was in theater. I'm like, God, I was at that airport. I mean, I was there every other day.
Dude, I was the NCO charge of that thing. Yeah, because I had to do all the briefs, incoming, outgoing traffic.
You're right. I did see
Yeah,
you.
because because we chopping it up there for a bit too. But yeah, so we in Iraq.
What am I doing? To the gym? Yeah.
We went to the mall, which was the bazaar. I mean,
yeah.
I'm telling you right now, Jay. The bazaar is the place. If you look, the bazaar is like the Compton Swamp Meet, man. It ain't everything.
It's all it is.
It ain't everything you want to find or can find. You're gonna find it there, dude. Like I've got still to this day. I bought a pack of movies that's like that thick, right? Yeah. Pack of movies. It's every Jet Li movie ever made.
I saw,
and there's like 3 or 4 movies on one disc, and it's like there's like a whole stack of them bad boys. I have like the whole, like I was big into Smallville for a while because I don't know, because Superman, and I love Superman, but I bought the whole 10 series for $50.
Yeah, swap meet for sure.
I'm telling you, man. Rashard can tell you. Rashard can tell you. No.
Hey,
I got the I borrowed. Let me correct. I borrowed the Good Times and Jefferson's. Good Times and Jefferson's box collection.
Now I'm gonna ask you a question, Rashard.
Borrowed it forever.
I'm gonna ask you a question. Now is that black people? Is that black people's borrow?
No, I give it back. I didn't say I had. I said I borrowed. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I no. I know there's borrowed and there's borrowed.
What the hell am I gonna do with a box set of the Jeffersons and Good Times? I'm gonna watch it and get this crap back to you. Like, appreciate it.
Oh my God, yeah. Y'all crazy. All right, hey, let's move on to the next side. We're gonna get to I'm gonna ask you guys one question. We're gonna talk about that for a little bit, and then we're gonna take a break, and then we're gonna come back. So actually, you know what? Let's go ahead and take a break. Let's let Rashard get himself reset, ready to go. We're gonna take a real quick break, and we're gonna come right back with more Hey Coach. Everybody, we're back with more Hey Coach. We got a new viewer. All right. I'm assuming that's one. Right there. I'm about to say, I'm assuming that's one of your boys right there. So hey, welcome to the show, my man. Hey, welcome to the show. Good. Hey, great. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate that. We appreciate the support. Disco's been on here off and on, doing his thing. So I really appreciate that. But let's get into this next topic. We're gonna jump to the NBA. Okay, let's jump to the NBA. Now, there's been all kind of stuff going on. Everybody knows about the Rudy stuff they gave up, get him, which was crazy because I'm gonna bring it back to our last episode. We talked about that, and I believe it was Disco that asked that question about Rudy and Big Cat. You know, and I'll be honest with you, I didn't really know how that would work out with those two. We don't know. We don't know. Right? Yeah, that's what we were talking about. The money issues and everything.
Gave him 5 players and 4 picks.
And then Jay said, same position. Too much. Remember we had the debate? Yeah. Hey, Kev, this is what's so crazy. When he did it, if y'all can rewind it, when he put it up there, when you was like, I was like,
I saw you look.
Now I want to address the weirdo. Kev, you all right with me? You all right with me, buddy? You all right with me? I'm like, now we got to address the weirdo. God, dog it. Okay.
Oh, we got to get a clip.
We probably will get that.
We got to hear about the clip.
Yeah, there you go. But okay, so we've all heard about that. You know, we see what's going on with that. And you know, we didn't know if the money was going to work, what was going to happen with that. We just didn't know. And honestly, we still don't really know because the season hasn't started yet. And we talked about them playing the same position, but like what I've been hearing and you know watching, they're talking about, hey, you know, I think they've kind of given up on Cat being down the post. And they're talking about slide him to the floor. So I mean, I don't know. I still can't really. I was shocked about that trade when it happened and everything. So, but yeah, it is what it is. Now let's get to what I really want to ask you guys for the first question, and that question is this: how will the KD trade request affect the upcoming CBA?
He's the new Deshaun Watson of the NBA. You didn't set the bar. No, Rudy Gobert set the bar. KD ain't set no bar yet. Rudy set the bar for what Minnesota's going to give up. Deshaun Watson set the bar.
Oh, you talking about? Okay, you talking about contracts? Okay, you talking about contracts? Okay, my bad. You said Deshaun Watson. I was like,
they're gonna have to restructure all that.
I was like, they going to massage parlors. I was like, they going to massage parlors.
All of that. Like you done made this team a three-headed monster. One of them was smart and got his butt to Philly and got away from the stupidity. You got these other two clowns, and then you got the weirdo. He don't know what he want to do, but I know he wants $36 million. You see, he signed. And KD was looking out for his boy. That's how Kyrie got. KD was looking out for his boy. Didn't want to ruffle his feathers. And now, bro, you're gonna have to empty. Bro, you're not going. There is no 1-for-1 for KD. What team out there is prepared to do that? He didn't.
They should have never gave you money. They should have never gave you money. Well, I mean, you gotta look at it too. Exactly what you just said, Rashard. What team is going to want to gut their team to get him? Rewind back to what Brooklyn did to get Kevin Durant or Kevin Garnett, Paul Pierce. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, who's really wanting to try to repeat that history? Because the thing is, you may get great player Kevin Durant, but you don't know who you're getting back. You know what I'm saying? Bro, look, I'm with you. I'm with you, fam. I'm with you. I'm riding with you, man. Ride or die, baby.
They steady getting it wrong. Just like real quick off topic, Judge, he wants 10 years. Bro, ain't nobody doing that pool hose crap no more. Stop with the 10 years. Go 5 to 6. What are you doing? Nobody's made it through the 10 years. What are you doing?
Not healthy.
I agree.
Not healthy, heck no. And then you got pool hose damn all-star thing next. Boy, don't get me started.
So the question about KD.
Jay, what you got?
How would a KD trade request affect the upcoming CBA? All right. The reason the upcoming CBA is in 23-24. So it's 2 years from now.
Okay.
They're going to play through 23-24 and then the new CBA. The reason it's going to affect the CBA in a negative way for players is because the way these players are getting their monies in these trades. What they're doing is they sign an extension and then they ask to be, and then they want out. So they're guaranteed the money. That's right. Because you have to match the money. If you get traded, you have to match the money with a different franchise, whether it's player salaries, picks, cash, whatever. So with Kyrie won his 36, he signs the deal for his 36 to opt in, but then he doesn't want to commit to the obligation of the team. Now he want to go somewhere else. But whoever gets him is obligated to pay the $36 million that he signed for. That's the thing with KD. Last year, KD signed an extension, 4 years, 180, whatever it is, but he ain't even done 25% of that extension, and now he wants to go somewhere else. And another team don't have the cap space to just fit him in without gutting a whole team. So to the question, how that's going to affect the upcoming CBA, Adam Silver already said it. He don't like what KD trying to do. Like, he understands, and he's smart. He said it from a fan perspective. He doesn't like what KD's doing. But you're the commissioner of the league, so you speak for the owners. So basically what he's saying is they don't like that shit. So, but we have to be civil because he's an ambassador for the league. Like, you don't want to upset one of your top products. You know what I mean? He's a $1 billion entity in himself. But the way that's going to affect the CBA is either they are going to put incentives or obligations onto those contracts if you re-sign. So say the contract that Kyrie got, right? He opted into the 1 year 36. If you want to leave, they're going to void that contract, or they're going to take some money back off that contract if you want to go. Yeah. Or you have to commit to the contract. You can't move. They're going to put an automatic no trade clause in your contract if you sign a 1 year extension. Like, they're going to do something to those contracts. Yeah. You can't gouge these franchises and get the guaranteed contract and then go somewhere else. Like, that's the effect it's going to have, I think. And I wouldn't be surprised if KD doesn't leave. If KD stay put, I wouldn't be surprised. Because to Rashad's point, it's a lot of franchises that, A, can't afford to give them what the Nets are asking for KD. And 2, KD has a list of teams he wants to go to, and I think Phoenix is at the top of that list. But they're not going to make a deal with Phoenix because they're not giving up Devin Booker for him. So that's the double-edged sword. The player has a wish list, or he has a requirement of where you want to go, and the team want to get something back for you. So how you going to make both of those things work? So I wouldn't be surprised if he stayed, but it's definitely going to affect the upcoming CBA. And it's crazy to see what's going to happen in these next 2 years, but especially Dame getting a 2-year, $120 million,
$61 million a year for 2 years.
Right. Now think of Dame tomorrow
past the second round. My fault.
And think of Dame say next week, I want to go somewhere else. I want out. Somebody has to pay this dude $61 million for the next 2 years if he want out of Portland. Like, they're not gonna stand for that. The owners ain't gonna stand for that, man. So something's gonna definitely change. I don't think it's gonna be a lockout, but they got to put something in that contract that say, hey, you obligated to stay here, or we taking some of that money out of that guarantee.
Brooklyn has ruined the next CBA.
I wouldn't say Brooklyn. It's players in general. It ain't just specific.
Nobody else moving around like that. Look at the when I say ruin, look at how much you got to give up. I'm not worried about what they gave Dame. I'm not worried about what they look how Rudy Gobert. Seriously, all what's in the contracts. Like, when I say ruin it, like, you done kind of messed it up for some cats, because this CBA is gonna be fine coon. They gonna all these little exits that everybody done figured out, these loopholes.
They're gonna cut that out.
They're gonna cut all
now,
that
out. Okay. Now, in my opinion, I think now it probably could have happened. I mean, I know it's happened in the past, but I think where the problem really got extremely serious is with James Harden, getting out of Houston. His first move, his contract was up. Now, going along with that, let's go back to last week's episode. We talked about this when it came with KD, and his leadership and this and that. Now, I've always said, when it came to LeBron and the decision, when it came to that whole debacle, it still was his decision because he was a free agent. He's at the end of his contract. When KD moved to Golden State, I had a problem with it only on the simple fact is, this team just won 73 games. You know what I'm saying? They're a winner without you. You're just going there because that's the best chance for you to win a championship. As a fan, I didn't like.
They kind of cried on the phone in the parking lot after they lost together. I mean, it ain't like he called them.
I hate that. I hate that narrative, man. If I'm a
kind of called him after he got beat. I'm just saying.
Right. No,
kind of needed.
Yeah, and I hear what you're about to say too, Rashard. I hate that narrative as well because he's a free agent, and that's why I said I didn't have a problem with it because you're a free agent. What I have a problem with is him trying to get out because he just doesn't like his situation. If you put that, and I think Draymond Green said this, you put this in a corporate world situation. You sign a contract with a company to do work, but all of a sudden you don't want to work there. What do you think happens? You are just gonna say, you know what? I think I want to go over to this other company because I like their break room better. You know what I'm saying? So why don't you go ahead and just, switch me out with somebody else's? That doesn't happen. And that's where I'm having a problem with these NBA players and just I can't remember how many other I don't really remember it happening in the NFL or baseball. Maybe it has. I don't know. Really wasn't paying attention. But I have a problem with that. You sign a contract, you're obligated to that, and you're just getting out of it because you don't like the situation that you created. Right. You created that situation.
I agree with you, but I'm a play devil's advocate. Are they
breaking the rules? Here we go.
Are they breaking rules?
No, I'm not saying they're breaking any rules. I'm not saying they're breaking any rules. But how does that?
That's right. I agree, but I'm just saying on the flip side, playing devil's advocate, they're not breaking any rules. They're not breaking any rules.
Yeah, I agree with you.
So if this is allowed, that's why the CBA is so important coming up. It's like, all right, we got to find a way. This has got to be foolproof. Like Rashard was saying, they gotta go through this thing and make sure it's right. Because as much as we don't like it, these players, they have the ability to find their own happiness. They got a voice. They get to find their own happiness. But the way they're doing it, we don't agree with.
Let me ask you this then. We're saying the players have all this power. Let's play a little scenario. What if the owner got together and said, I don't want to pay you at all? Yeah, you're a great player, but I don't want to pay you at all now. Like saying because
the Live Basketball Association pops up in 2 years. You ain't got to pay me, bro. How we get there? No, we taking a plane.
Well, no,
we just gonna cruise over there. Live Basketball Association. Go ahead, you can finish your little story. Go your little scenario.
We might have to.
Yeah, Live Basketball, baby.
You might be right. You might be right. But the reason why I'm saying that, what happened to Carmelo? All that time he was out. No, what I'm talking about now.
You can't do it the 450.
Yeah, no. That's what I'm saying. But I'm saying if you're sitting there doing that, like at some point in time, yeah, the players they hold power, but at the same time, what happens if the owners say, you know what, lock him out? Because the owners.
That's what it comes. And that's how where lockouts come from. They don't agree on something, right? So they're like,
yeah.
But the owners understand that they need to have a partnership with the players. Hence the reason where we're at now. Now, on the flip side, Utah is trying to trade Donovan Mitchell after he opted to stay in and get his guaranteed money. He got an extension. They trying to trade him. So you can't have it both ways. You can't say KD won out, so the owners, we on the owner's side because KD won out, and then on the flip side, another owner is trying to get rid of somebody that's actually obligated to them or trying to be obligated to them. You can't have it both ways. And that's where the lockout come in, right? Because you got a scenario where the player wants to stay, but you try to trade them, and you got a situation where owners trying to keep the player and the player want to leave. So that's where they got to find that happy medium. Like I said, it's something they got to figure it out. They got to work as a team. They got to work as a partnership to work it out. But the players are not going outside of the rules of the CBA.
Right.
No, whether we like it.
And my question is this: I don't understand. I don't understand why Donovan Mitchell didn't have a no trade clause in his contract, because the thing is that is available. You know what I'm saying, to the players.
You gotta look who's in your ear, who's in your contract, who's doing what. Are you seeing Doc? Come on, bro. If I'm Kyrie, the weirdo, and I have 36, I'm playing for the Pittsburgh Pisces. And if anybody knows what that is,
fish to say Pittsburgh.
Fish to say Pittsburgh, baby.
I'm playing with them. Bro, at that point,
this is Pittsburgh.
I ain't got so many more years left in this damn league. Pisces, let's go get it. Defense on 2. Bro, are you serious? I don't give a damn about winning no net. We ain't gonna beat the god doggone Celtics, and we ain't beating the Warriors. Defense on 2. Let's go. Slide your feet. I'm done.
And I'm glad we transitioned to that, because that was going to be my next topic we're going to talk about was Donovan Mitchell on the move. Said like
Utah trying to.
What do you think this really sparked off out?
What? Who? Okay. I got a question. Did y'all think Donovan was going to leave first or Gobert?
I thought Rudy was going to leave first.
I thought Rudy. The real reason why I thought. Well, the only reason why I thought that was because the way they were trying to play and they were transitioning, he didn't really fit with what they were doing. So that's the reason why I thought it would have been Rudy. But now to hear that they're talking about trying to move Donovan too, like now. Once again, you got to think about it. You got to think about Danny Ainge's in that. And you saw what he did. You saw what he did in Boston with stockpiling picks. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, Danny Ainge might be saying, "Hey, I'm already seeing the fruits of the labor over there in Boston and what they're doing. Why not repeat that formula?
Now,
why not repeat that formula? Go ahead, Jay.
To be fair, he's not on the move. All that's being reported is that Utah is listening to trades for Donovan Mitchell. That doesn't necessarily mean he's going anywhere. If you're a Bulls fan, right? You remember the Bulls years when Derrick Rose was here. Every single year there was trade talks for Joakim Noah. Every single year, and he never left until he was old. Every single year when Pau Gasol was in LA with Kobe, every year it was trade rumors, talks about Pau Gasol. He never left. So if you know your history about the NBA, people get talked about all the time. So the reason that it's a big thing is because we don't know if Utah are trying to rebuild or if they're trying to build around Donovan Mitchell. And obviously we'll find out. If he leaves, we know the answer. So they talking. They're saying they're listening to people about Donovan Mitchell and kind of what they got. They also say anybody on the roster can be traded. Our owners say that, like nobody's safe type deal, but they just listen.
Reaction, Tim, like okay.
They listen.
Well, my question to that is, I know, like, wait, I'm anybody.
Everybody. No, you can say some names that can't be.
If you and Donovan, right? If you and Donovan Mitchell seat, you thinking like, word? Anybody
okay.
Okay. Well,
Pops,
let me see. New York, let's get it. I got a couple teams I think he'd be good with. Just saying.
Yeah, I agree with you, Disco. I agree with you, man. Ain't nobody trying to go to Utah unless they have to. That's
a money grab, bro. How D-Wade, you done passed a whole bunch of stuff sent from Miami all the way to Utah, bro. That's a money grab. You got an illegitimate child or something, and you trying to on the low take care of little man or something.
Whoa!
That's the reason. The reason in Utah is because he wanted some ownership stake in Miami, and they ain't and Pat Riley wasn't giving it to him. Emirates, whatever his name is, they weren't trying to give him no ownership stake.
Yeah, I just gotta say one quick thing before I kick it over to Shar. That comments about D-Wade, man, illegitimate children, man. We look, dog. I'm telling you right now, man.
He couldn't wait.
You know I could wait. Hey, man, we ain't gonna be doing that, sir. Them thoughts and beliefs of Rashard Combs is his own. And then
he could have got with Palmer. He could have got with OKC. This boy from Miami all the way to Utah.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm just saying.
They just doing that. Doing that for Donovan Mitchell. That's all they doing. That's how he got there was for Donovan because they look like each other. We all know what I mean when I say
what?
Donovan might be out there.
You done got D-Wade, but you on TNT, but you on TNT damn near every week, bro. You work for Utah. Do something live from Salt Lake, homeboy.
So if Donovan Mitchell do get traded, who would y'all see him with? What's a good fit? What y'all think a good fit?
He can go to LA.
LA what?
Well, you'd have to say what you already know. You want to hear it? You want to hear it?
I think he'd probably retire before he did that.
Man, we can give up Nunn. We can give up Reggie. Oh yeah, we can give up some cats, bro. Donovan can bring the ball up. Kawhi can run the wing. Paul George can miss his little layups. Man, we good. 5th place ain't going nowhere.
So he'd be back in Utah. So he playing for the Utah Clippers.
But he in LA. You in Salt Lake, like
he playing for the Utah.
Nobody goes to Salt Lake, bro. Name 4 people that you know. Well, I don't know. You might know somebody. Let me not say. I don't know nobody that's been to Salt Lake.
He got drafted there, so he ain't had no choice in the matter. But
he got a little loyalty. Do you think he wants to go? How about that? Damn, if he's available. Do you think he wants out of Utah because he's? I
don't think he wants to go.
Is he going to go to Dame Lillard route with the loyalty, Tim Duncan, Kobe route? There's too much money out there. That's where I'm. My mindset is money.
He's still young, so I don't know yet. I think he want to see what they can do without Rudy Gobert first.
And I think Danny Ainge will.
I agree.
If anybody's going to do it, I think Danny Ainge really will try to do his best. But that's a hard grab when you're talking about where it's at and what you hear about the crowd. The money's everybody money green in the NBA. You damn what and all that. But I can't be a man in a biracial relationship if I was in one, and you talking reckless and my wife and my kids are right there, and you call me all this. You got a lot of stuff is entailed in why cats didn't like Duke, cats didn't like Utah, where you know what I'm saying, like Utah.
Yeah.
Like, bro, I'm not going to Utah. Yeah. I mean, we in the real world. This ain't, you know what I'm saying? Like, everybody can't live in New York, Chicago, and Houston, and LA. You got other cities. You got, you know what I'm saying? We hear it every year. People yelling whatever they want to say. My mom may or may not have my number on her back, and you F this dude and you get what I'm saying? All that matters. Yeah, because then the real you comes out. The real you comes out, like your wife or your mom and your son. Oh, the guy in the blue shirt over there said something to me. Well, which one? No, I don't need security. I got enough money to pay this fine. I'm putting.
Interesting, you brought that up. Man.
Hey, I can box, hey, my homeboy told me I can box better than I can hoop, and I can hoop like a.
That's very interesting, man. A lot of salt in Utah.
Yeah,
absolutely. Danny Ainge
was
in Boston for a while, and we heard some rumblings about how it go down in Boston.
Yeah.
Now he over in Utah.
But you hear players like, "Oh, I never heard it, and I played there for 3 years." Like, bruh,
some inconsistent consistencies there with old Danny Ainge, man.
Best phrase you done said on here,
man. Like, some ain't stirring the Kool-Aid, Danny.
Bruh. I've heard the baseball players
like he been in the podcast punch.
I swear to God, I've heard them say that. Man. Like, oh, I've never heard it. How me and Tim playing against each other on the same court, and he was like, "Man, these fans are ruthless." You got shutters on?
For sure.
Hey, I'm rolling. I'm playing the whole game. My Beats headphones in, man.
The pods.
I got my beat pods in, boy.
Yes, I'm kind of hoping to see him at least 1 year in Utah without Rudy Gobert, without Quinn Snyder, and I want to see what he looks like. It's undisputably his team. I want to see what he can do for 1 year. I would be interested to see what he quickly.
Tell me what's the difference between these three squads? Phoenix, Denver, and Utah.
The difference between them?
Are they close? Are they almost kind of close to the same type of team?
One of them has a 2-time MVP on it.
Okay. You get what I'm saying? How it's not like the separation is like if Porter stay healthy.
Yeah, they 4, 5, and 6. 4, 5, and 6
I see
what you're saying.
When I look at those three you just mentioned, we've all seen what Phoenix can do, especially when they're all healthy and they're playing. We all know that they can play at a high level. But if you look at it outside of that, those three teams, I think had the capability. I don't know so much about Utah right now without Rudy. I to see him. But if Rudy was still there, they had the capability that if they can click just right, all cylinders go, they could make a deep run. Right now, I don't know about Utah right now because we don't know what I know. Obviously, I don't think Danny Ainge is done with moves, so we don't know who he's going to bring in, who's going to move out. You said Phoenix and what was the other one again?
Phoenix, Denver, and Utah.
Utah and Denver.
Denver.
Jersey.
Now Denver. Yeah. I just didn't hear him because it kind of cut out a little bit because I'm rocking my Allen Iverson Denver jersey.
I saw the blue Adidas. I'm like, that's got to be Denver, but I couldn't. I couldn't tell. Okay.
Yeah, but now when I look at like Denver, I mean they. Well, I look at Denver. Yeah, but I look at Denver as a
or Detroit. Nobody has. You have an exclusive. You need to frame that mug. You need to put it in the frame because you need to go frame it. You need to go frame it because
you don't got that. You don't got that Memphis Allen Iverson jersey.
Right? Yeah,
I got that one. I actually
got that Olajuwon. You ain't got that Olajuwon Seattle jersey or wherever.
Olajuwon Toronto jersey. Patrick Orlando jersey.
The only Allen Iverson jersey I don't have, the only Allen Iverson jersey I don't have is the one in Detroit. I was a huge Allen Iverson fan.
I ain't never seen a Jordan jersey outside of Chicago. Yeah. I ain't never seen nobody put a Washington Jordan jersey. I've never seen it. Even when he was currently playing, I've never seen that. I don't even think you can go on the Washington site.
We need to have a segment. We need to have a segment about just obscure players in weird jerseys. Like, that'd be hilarious.
Yeah.
Utah fans.
Nobody rocking no Kansas City Chiefs Joe Montana jersey.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
There was a Joe Montana jersey in Kansas City?
Kansas City?
No.
You're not seeing those in the stands, sir.
No.
You see him in San Fran, though.
Hey, most people forgot he even played for the Chiefs for that time period. Because I know I have a couple of times. Like, they're like, yeah, remember Joe Montana was in Kansas City? No, he was. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, he was. My bad. Yeah, I'm about to slap somebody.
Yeah.
But no, yeah. I think with the Denver team, like if they're all healthy, like that could be a very scary team. But the problem is they can't stay healthy.
Yeah.
You know, Porter. Yeah, they break down. They like a Pinto, man. Them bad boys, Pinto cardboard. Them bad boys break down everywhere.
They're getting excellent play out of Joker, and Joker can never play with Porter and Murray for a whole 2 seasons, man.
They made
that is and it's funny because Joker's kind of unorthodox, but he puts up numbers, so I can't knock what he does on the court. You know, it's like Joker didn't come over here to be the man, and then he done messed around and got MVPs.
Even though Joker got the 2 MVPs, congratulations.
Embiid should have got one of them.
He's just out of those 3 teams, nobody has the guy. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I asked about those 3 teams. I'm looking like they kind of all mirror. They don't have that guy. That's what I said. They're 4, 5, and 6. 4, 5, 6. Even though Phoenix went to the finals, they don't have the guy. Like we all know who that because they're about to trade. They tried to trade one of the guys, Ayton, right? Phoenix. We already know we know the teams that have that guy. There's only like 5 of them in the NBA. Yeah, and they don't have one of them. So you don't have a KD, a Steph, Bron. Yeah, and that's why I was like, be honest. Like you need that guy, and they don't. I just was curious on somebody else's view of these teams because I listen to, we all listen to sports, and I be like, damn, they ain't giving Denver no chance to do nothing. Like because of who you gotta run into over there.
So okay, I know we're getting off topic, but this is great. So let me ask you another topic. Completely healthy. Are we? If Milwaukee comes back completely healthy, Chris Middleton, because I thought them losing Chris Middleton. Milton was the main one.
Lost Brook Lopez though.
Boston, man, it's the Boston.
Yeah,
dude.
But I agree. I'm just saying if they're healthy with their pieces because but what I'm saying is with them healthy because I know with Giannis being the player he is and he's
true. That's true.
Hey, you ain't never hear that.
Them is facts, baby. Them is facts. Them is facts.
Oh, shit.
That's facts.
You don't ever hear that. That pop up on that man like, oh.
Now you said if everybody healthy, Milwaukee. What about Milwaukee?
Do we think they can get back to where they were? Do you think they can get back to where they were or is that just one and done?
Yeah,
Kentucky, baby, one and done.
They the Phoenix Suns in the East.
Bro.
Hey, look, I know it's an unpopular opinion. Everybody love Giannis. I'd be surprised if they get back.
I love Giannis, but I still don't believe. I still don't believe in that team though, because I just don't think that. I don't think they have enough. Giannis is great, but he's still there's a lot of his game. There's a lot of parts of his game.
Giannis is good. Let's not
use the 04 Detroit Pistons.
Giannis is good. Great. I don't see it. Don't throw the G word. Great. No.
They are people use that word way too loosely.
You can tell he played.
Wait. Hey, time out.
You can tell he played overseas though. Just the way he runs on the court, he moves on the court.
Right. Time out. This comment is for Richard.
Like Kev, hey, that's what, hey, you know at the end of the show, Kev, I'm always
listen. Hey, Rashard, when I say this dude is a diehard Chiefs fan, diehard.
Oh, that's what's up.
The fact that he is agreeing with you.
That's what's
he is a diehard Chiefs fan. He likes the Chiefs. Listen, he likes the Chiefs.
When he put that damn logo up, I looked directly. I'm like,
hey,
you hearing this? Weirdo? I'm like,
listen, you hearing this from a fan that used to watch Chiefs games when they was 2-14, when Romeo Cornell was their coach.
Hey, man, AFC West, man, he got room to talk, man. Hey, they got something out there. I can't wait to see what Tyreek Hill gonna do with that goddamn intramural quarterback out there in Miami.
He said they playing flag football out there.
These reporters ain't gonna let that boy live. None of that crap he done said.
Two-hand touch.
Out there, bro. I can't wait to football season.
Yeah, man.
You back at the crib, boy, he about to catch hell.
But to the NBA, to your point, Milwaukee, I think that was a 1 year thing.
That was one and done,
I think Phoenix was a 1 year thing. Chris Paul getting older by the second. Literally, the day he turned 37. This is crazy.
Yeah.
If you watch the first 2 games in the playoffs against Dallas, the day my man turned 37. He went from age 37 to 47 in that series like that. I was like, what?
You said 37 to 47.
I was like, what? On the court, he aged 10 years in the game. I've never seen
real time.
He aged 10 years
for the Uncle Drew performance that Chris Paul gave.
Man, oh my God. So he's only getting older. I mean, I just don't see him. I don't see them repeating or going back or anything. I think they had a window. And that window is closed. So same with Milwaukee. I don't see Milwaukee.
Phoenix is the old school Sacramento Kings with Doug Christie and all the rest of them boys, where your window was right there, and you couldn't. Sacramento should have had one, man.
They had a very small window.
Weber, Williams, Christie, all them boys, man. Barnes was on there. They had a small window.
Portland had the same window.
They should have killed it. Portland should have had one when Rasheed Wallace in it. Portland should have had. The West should have ran when the Lakers did their back-to-back. San Antonio did their thing. Portland was a whip. Put up a Portland squad with, what was it? Bonzi Wells.
Yes.
Jermaine O'Neal.
Bonzi, Jermaine O'Neal.
Stoudemire.
Damon Stoudemire. Steve Smith. Brian Grant. Oh, they had a brick. I already know. I know the whole team.
Should have won. If
they would have beat the Lakers in game, this is facts. If they would have beat the Lakers in Game 7 in the 2000 Western Conference Finals, they would have broke Shaq and Kobe up. They would have broke that team up.
Yeah.
Because they was getting swept every year up to that point. Every year.
Yeah.
Utah swept them twice. The Spurs swept them like every year. If they would have lost that first year with Phil Jackson, they would have broke it up. And they was down 15 in Game 7, and Portland folded. But that was the window. I think Portland could have beat the Pacers in 2000, and that would have been their ring.
With the Davis brothers?
Yeah. Davis brothers, Mark Jackson, Jalen Rose, Reggie Miller, Rick Smits, Duncan Dutchman. Yeah. But I think Portland would have beat them. Portland could have definitely.
Because Portland was they were so much more physical too. I mean, that was a tough team. That was a tough team. I was shocked that they did that. I was like, what's going on?
Was about to come into his own Bonzi.
That's what I'm saying.
Was Pip on that? Pippen wasn't on that squad, right?
Yes,
Pippen wasn't on it.
Yes, he was.
Yep.
Stacey Augmon was on that team.
Hey, first of all, Stacey Augmon.
Yeah, Stacey. I about to say Stacey Augmon.
They had everybody on that squad, man. They had everybody on that squad. But they had a 1 year window because everybody got old after that. Like that next year, they just didn't. And the Lakers were that 01 Laker team. Forget about it. You might forget about it now. You wasn't beating Shaq and Kobe after they won that first one.
No, they had taste the blood in the water. Taste the blood in the water.
So win a ring with the Lakers?
Nah, he was gone.
Eddie Jones.
Him, Eddie Jones, all them left.
Nope.
Eddie Jones didn't get one.
Nah.
Nope.
Because Lamar left and went. He won one with the Heat, right? Or did Lamar not win one with the Heat?
Lamar Odom won with Kobe in 09.
He won.
I mean, 20,
Yeah, he won with the.
But when he went to Miami, he didn't win. He ended up going back to.
He was in Miami when he was young. He went to LA later.
He went to
He
the
was with
Clippers.
the Clippers.
Then he went somewhere else.
Miami, and then he went to the Lakers.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then he started. And then he won 2 with Kobe. But yeah, that
Did he make it?
Lakers game, what?
I might be thinking about something. I thought he made a stop in Dallas, but I can't. No, I think I'm thinking about somebody else.
I mean, he might have, but I mean, at that time, Dallas.
I don't remember.
He made a stop at a brothel in Vegas. Is that what you're talking about?
Brothel outside Mustang Ranch. It's about. Have you ever been to Vegas? North Henderson. North Henderson is off the strip.
That was the stop he made.
That's what happens with. Hey, that's what happens when you're trying to keep up with it.
I don't know nothing about that spot. I was on Travelocity.
But that's what happens when you try. Yeah, that's what happens. That's what happens when you're trying to keep up with the Kardashians. Guys, look. You want to talk about a curse?
What? Woo! You better not have a K in your last name. Carl, what? Oh, no.
Dude.
Cool. We got paper.
No, we good. We good. Hey, look, guys. We've talked about a lot of stuff. I know, Rashard, you had to join us late because you got off work late. But we went through a whole slew of things. This is another great show. Great fan interaction. I thank you all for viewing.
What quarterbacks did y'all talk about? Who was?
Somebody
told me.
The question was who's under the most pressure? Yeah.
Yeah, who's under the most pressure?
I know y'all named more than one.
Yeah,
we named a few. Yeah, but the ones we talked about were Aaron Rodgers because he's been talked about being one of the greatest, but he has one Super Bowl.
You got one Super Bowl. Nobody cares.
Yeah, and so
Lamar Jackson, you won the NFL MVP. Go past
Lamar
that.
Lamar was talking about.
Deshaun Watson. What are you gonna do?
Man, he under legal. He under legal pressure.
Get in there and get healthy.
He under legal pressure, not NFL pressure. He's under legal pressure.
Right.
Then if you go to jail, he's gonna be under some other kind of pressure.
Right.
If you go, he go.
Carr got pressure. You got your receiver from Fresno. Carr got pressure.
My bad, Billy. My bad.
Mayfield, you got pressure. You got to beat out Buddy in Carolina.
And we talked about that. That was
your first game is against Cleveland.
Get your old squad. Yes, get your old squad.
Is it going to be Brissett or is it going to be Watson? It's got to be Brissett. There ain't no way in hell Deshaun playing game 1.
It's going to be a black quarterback.
My dad would be proud of you right now. My dad would be proud of you right now. And then you got Josh Allen.
Jim Brown is proud of him.
And Herbert. You got Josh Allen and Herbert there. Herbert you can't be out here in AFC West, bro. You Russell Wilson.
We ain't gonna revisit it, but Aaron Rodgers got the most for sure.
Yeah.
You going to Denver? Yeah. Russell Wilson, you better show up. You done left Seattle.
Yeah.
Because the Legion of Boom ain't there no more. They ain't like you anyway.
Nah, they ain't been. They weren't there for a while. So he weird. You're black enough. What?
Sierra
that was the stereotype.
Yeah. Sierra's going to do a ski video.
Yeah, she's trying to learn how to ski.
Sierra can just sit down and talk about.
It's going to be in her next.
The Cat in the Hat, and I'm like, she's so right. She's so right. She was right.
Oh my God. Anyways, gentlemen, I appreciate you guys for definitely keeping rocking with. Yeah. I appreciate you guys rocking and rolling this episode of Hey Coach. To our viewers out there, I thank you for joining us for this episode. This episode's a wrap. Gentlemen, do you have any closing thoughts before we roll up out of here?
Nah, I'm good, man. Y'all stay safe. I'll be in Chicago 1 month from tonight. Bam.
Hey, the city.
I'll be in Chicago next year.
I'll be there in August. So Follow the new Instagram, 1/3 Hey Coach. I put clips on there from the shows. Promote it. Let y'all know when our episodes come on YouTube. Check it out. Go ahead and follow that on Instagram, 1/3 Hey Coach. The new Instagram post.
All right, I like it.
Okay. That'll work.
I like it.
Sam I am, baby.
Let's go. Great eggs. Yeah, Sam I am. Rashard, what do you got for?
Nah, man, I enjoyed it, man. Like I said, hey, it's sports. This is fun to me. I listen to sports 12 hours a day, man. This is fun. Facts or no facts, I listen to it and enjoy it. I'm good.
Put in a little
yeah, we know because sometimes you don't give us facts.
Hardaway, Tracy McGrady as my guards.
Your team, what if?
What?
All right, cool. That's his team, what if? Grant Hill at the 3.
This ain't the Marvel. This ain't Marvel. This ain't Marvel. What if?
Brandon Roy coming off the bench. Greg Oden at the 5. Greg Oden at the 5.
No. Let me let it hit home. Let me let it hit home. Rod Strickland, DePaul, baby. Rod Strickland coming off that thing. He ain't even coming off the bench. Rod Strickland starting out of just because. Right. Rosemont Horizon, Big East. We
beat them by 40.
Hey, my dude doing his thing. I mean, I'm surprised Rod Strickland ain't got that itch. Like, I think I can get him.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have to write one of our episodes. I see. I'm gonna have to write.
I don't know. We could try.
Sham God. We can do a lot of stuff. We can go Sham God. We can go Marbury. We can go.
I'll give you a 5-minute segment.
We can go.
I'll give you a 5-minute segment.
They coming out with a documentary.
5-minute segment. Man, I bring something to this show, sir.
Ooh.
5.
They got a documentary on 30 for 30 coming out. New York Guards.
Yep.
Yeah, that's gonna be nice.
Tim, once we get on that network where it's coming out at, I'm really showing out. You almost didn't make it. You almost didn't make the.
Yeah. All right. Well,
look. I think Cedric was doing the real thing, bro.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, I don't have anything to add to that. There's nothing else that needs to be said. Like I said, everybody, thank you for joining, and please tune in next week for more Hey Coach with Coach Tim Simpson. Rashard.
Go find me Sean Kemp Orlando Magic jersey.
What? Man, Cleveland Cavaliers. Do that. Cleveland Cavaliers, baby. Him and Darius Miles.
Oh, my God.
It's Hey Coach with Tim Simpson, Rashard Collins, and Jamal Mondane. 3 coaches. It's Hey Coach with Tim Simpson, Rashard Collins, and Jamal Mondane. 3 coaches and friends talk about sports, life,